Greetings and salutations, guys, and welcome to Stoffel Presents 18 Flaws, a PlayStation VR review. Now, 18 Flaws is a valiant attempt by the developer Aoga Tech to bring popular escape room puzzle games to PlayStation VR. Published by Wink Entertainment, 18 Flaws is a wonderful mix of Chinese horror and Western puzzler. Based on the Chinese philosophical concept of 18 levels of hell, 18 Flaws perfectly balances creeping horror, taxing puzzles, and atmospheric locations. Now, the story in 18 Rooms is loose, to say the least. In fact, after about 4 hours of playing, I wouldn't actually know what the story was if I hadn't read the PSN store whilst fact-checking a few things for this review. So according to the PlayStation store, the story is as follows. With her home planet destroyed thousands of years ago, Andrea, Queen of Noah Star, has been living hidden amongst humans, struggling to keep her race from eradication. When she learns of humanity's plan of genocide for her people, Queen Andrea decides to strike back at humanity by altering history itself. Players will follow Andrea as she travels to the secret time-bending black hole 18 Flaws, discovering her true identity and uncovering a galactic conspiracy. Now, that's the official story for the game, and apart from one letter that I discovered after solving a puzzle, I'd have no idea the story even existed. It might progress and become more involved as you progress further throughout the levels, but it seems, even though it's not, it just seems it's bolted on. But anyway, it doesn't impact on the game in any negative way. This game could quite easily survive without a story. In terms of gameplay, 18 Flaws essentially relies on 3 things: setting, puzzles, and immersion to deliver its gameplay. And apart from a few issues with the move controllers not tracking correctly, Aoga Tech has done an amazing job in blending these 3 game mechanics together and producing not only a great game, but a wonderful experience. Graphically, the game is brilliant, but twin that with PSVR and you really do feel as if you're in the room. So much so to the point that on one of the puzzles on the second floor, I kind of wobbled and reached out because I thought I was going to fall off a chair until I realised I was on VR and I wasn't stood on a chair. But no, it's brilliant, it's fantastic. The approach used for the in-game music is sublime as well. The majority of the time the music's just creepy and barely noticeable. So you're trying to figure out puzzles, you're moving around the game, and it's just gently gnawing at the corner of your senses till it kind of slowly builds up into an ominous, tension-building piece. Just kind of, you don't notice it's there, it's just gently boring away at your brain, and then bit by bit your nerves become more and more on edge, where you start to get a bit apprehensive of what's in that door or what's around the next corner. Overall, 18 Rooms is a masterpiece of puzzles and immersion. It is without a doubt one of the best PSVR games I've played. It's the perfect balance of gameplay. Difficulty is, some of the puzzles are really fun and simple, others are really difficult to figure out. So it has that balance perfectly fine. And the immersion really shines a light on what the future of VR could be. I've done quite a few escape games, and it felt like this was a real life escape game. I'd forgot I was in VR a lot of the time. It's priced at just $11.99 on the PlayStation Store, and I thought this was a bargain of a game. Although I was disappointed when I finished the second floor and was greeted with a to be continued screen. The game doesn't outright promise 18 levels, but for me it definitely seems to imply it. So it was only after reading the PlayStation description that it's made clear there's only 2 flaws are available in this first episode, so it's an episodic content game. Bearing this in mind, though, $11.99 for about 3 to 4 hours of game time is an absolute bargain. I think it's great value for money. The levels can be completed in like 5-10 minutes, but that's only once you know what you're doing. To be able to figure out all the puzzles, you're going to get at least 3, possibly 4 hours out of this, if not more. Depends how quick you solve them. And for replayability, once you've completed it, you can complete it in 5 minutes, and it doesn't really have much replay factor. But I find it's a great game to introduce friends to for PSVR. So, for example, we had some friends round the other night, so we're having a few drinks, and we just popped it on. Like, have a go at this, try this. And it was amazing. Like, my living room became like some episode of Crystal Maze. We had people taking it turns to wear the headset and do the controller, but everybody else were kind of just sat around giving advice, debating, trying to deduce all the puzzles. And have you tried this, or is there something under that chair? Oh, that wants to go over there. It was really brilliant. I thought it was great, and it showed a sign I never thought it was a party game, but it really was. My friends really got into it, and I can see that happening with a lot of people. Personally, I really hope 18 floors sells well, because I want to see more floors. Getting in that lift and only having 2 floors to go, you can see that 18 floors are there. You just need adding. So I really hope this isn't just a 1 episode thing and flops. I want to see more floors, and if it's 12 quid for 2 floors, that's 12 quid for 4 hours of gameplay. It's worth it. It's very worth it. So really, I really do want it to come. I really do want it to be a second episode and more floors to come. I think Aoga Tech and Winking Entertainment have done a fantastic job with this. It's a great game for solo VR play, and it's great fun for parties as well. So yeah, overall 8 out of 10, and can't wait to see more floors in it. But let us know what you think about 18 floors. Are you going to buy it? Does the fact it's only 2 floors in this episode put you off? As always, let us know what you think in the comments below, and please like, share and subscribe. Until next time, take care guys.